Ladies and gentlemen, the next match is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, weighing in at 250 pounds, from Planet Terror, Chainsaw Joe Gacy.
Well, Joe Gacy quickly has become one of those wrestlers that did not originally start out on 2CW, but the fans have really taken to him. The man from Planet Terror, known as Chainsaw Joe Gacy. And he is here, and we will see who he faces in just a moment. But the fans really, again, have warmed up to Joe Gacy, who has improved leaps and bounds in front of our eyes over the course of the last year and a half or so, since debuting in 2CW against Jay Freddy in Rome.
From Tokyo, Japan, and weighs in at 80 kilos, Yusuke Kodama.
Oh, this is going to be fun, John.
Oh, there he is, Yusuke Kodama, the young man out of the Wrestle One promotion in Japan, and what a clash of styles. The powerhouse and brawler Joe Gacy against the trainee of Tajiri, Yusuke Kodama, currently on a tour of North America, already has several matches under his belt here over the course of 2CW's Final Four, beating both Juggernaut Jason Axe and Slick Wagner Brown with buzzsaw kicks to the side of the head. And young Kodama has grown up right in front of our eyes from the young man that stole everyone's hearts back at Living on the Edge 9 weekend with two fantastic matches. And he is back here to continue to build his resume and build himself up on this learning tour of North America.
I was so impressed with Kodama back in Watertown, the Toga Party, Living on the Edge 9, and here tonight, one final match from Kodama here in 2CW. But as you said, I mean, Joe Gacy climbing the ranks has been so impressive in 2CW. And he's got that kind of hybrid style in the ring. I mean, he can be as hard-hitting and heavy-hitting, just the hardcore style. But, I mean, Joe Gacy can wrestle with everybody. And Kodama's got, you know, that very quick style. And you see Joe Gacy's going to have to keep up with him here in Syracuse.
He's very light on his feet, very agile for a big man. He's certainly come a long way from the guy that started wrestling in barbed wire, thumbtacks, you name it. He now certainly has a more all-around style, big powerhouse against Kodama, who's got the educated feet and the athleticism with the style, I guess, of his teacher, Yoshahiro Tajiri. Kodama off the ropes and a beautiful snap on that Rana. Joe Gacy's head spiking off the canvas. And Kodama, rather than rushing in to a punch, takes his time and comes in and delivers a knife-edge chop. A young man that primarily throughout most of his career has wrestled in Japan in various promotions, most currently with the Wrestle One promotion, has been in there with the likes of Ibushi, as well as Taka Michinoku, Ultimo Dragon, Tajiri, just to name a few, over in Japan. And here at 2CW, again, recent wins for young Kodama. That said,
there's that strength of Gacy. Oh!
A painful body slam in the middle of the ring as Kodama went for the body press. He only gets one, and you can see the pants that he wears against even influenced with the Tajiri-style pants he has in the ring. Of course, we had Yoshihiro Tajiri here at 2CW. And what a treat that was to have Tajiri and Mikey Whipwreck, the Unholy Alliance, teaming in 2CW back at Living on the Edge 9 weekend. And Kodama's early momentum simply taken down by Joe Gacy, a heavy hitter much like Brute Van Slyke and Michael Elgin, who we saw in a classic in set number 1 here tonight. Big heavy hitters and an elbow from Joe Gacy. He looks to inflict pain and punishment. Looks like he just stepped out of a biker bar as well. And you see he's got the arm pushed back here, wrenching on the neck, trying to separate that shoulder out of the socket of Yusuke Kodama.
Well, Kodama's been taking a beating these last couple of minutes. The powerhouse that Joe Gacy is, Kodama's going to have to find a way to save some energy, keep that speed going, and try to make sure that this match stays his game, his style.
Picture perfect standing drop kick by Kodama, floors Joe Gacy. Gacy recently fought for the 2CW Heavyweight Championship, coming up just short against Sean Carr, but again, that's how much he has improved. He's been in the Heavyweight Championship picture. Kodama off the ropes and a handspring elbow. Shades of Tajiri, and a kick to the side of the head of Joe Gacy and a cover. And Kodama gets two, and the fans on the edge of their seats here in Syracuse. And I think we've got maybe a partisan crowd for Kodama, who the fans again fell in love with back on Living on the Edge 9 weekend after two tremendous performances.
I mean, the pinpoint accuracy of that backward kick from Kodama. Hold on. Whoa!
Bit of a spinal shock right there. And now Gacy looking maybe to lock out a crossface here. Kodama realized that was coming, scores with a few back elbows, but the pain maybe just shot right up that spine there after he had the tailbone compressed right down into the middle of the ring. So much for the crisscross and a rolling vertical suplex, and Gacy into the submission hold right here. He's got Kodama tied up, but Kodama very close to the ropes, and the young man reaching out, and he'll break the get the hold to be broken by the referee there, as Joe Gacy just ended up in the wrong place at the wrong time, essentially. He had the hold on that he wanted, but Kodama too close to the ropes gets the breakup. Kodama on spaghetti legs right here. He's got big fighting spirit in him, and he might have just gotten the fighting spirit knocked right out the side of his face. Oh, that works. They bring a kick to a punch out.
Whoa, wait a minute.
What athleticism from Joe Gacy. Oh my goodness, he's not done.
What?
Springboard moonsault misses. Kodama in for the buzzsaw kick, misses. Powerbomb, Kodama planted, Gacy following immediately up, going for the jugular.
Wow.
It's the Death Valley driver. Good night, Yusuke Kodama. No!
What? No. Two? An incredible flurry of offense from Chainsaw Joe Gacy there. I am in shock at what that big man is able to do with his body, and the fact that Kodama still has fight left in him after the beating that he just took.
Tremendous fighting spirit in Yusuke Kodama, but now Joe Gacy going somewhere he's a bit unfamiliar. That's to the top rope, and Kodama shakes down some of the cobwebs, and he's back to his feet here. And we've got a battle on that top rope, and Joe Gacy with a big headbutt sends Kodama back down, and now Gacy standing on the second rope, but he took too much time. Kodama pounces off the mat like a cat, and now he's climbing widely to the top rope. Super Frankensteiner from Kodama. Now he's measuring Gacy up with a buzzsaw kick. Kodama goes for the cover.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner, Yusuke Kodama.
What an incredible contest here at 2CW 2 sets. These two men, such different styles, but stole a little bit from each other's arsenal there, and Kodama finding a way to battle back. Had something left in the tank, gave it his all. And it's been so fun to watch him over here in the United States, and such a bright future for Yusuke Kodama, but I'm still floored by some of that offense we saw from Chainsaw Joe Gacy.
Crowd very appreciative. I don't know if you can hear it at home, but they're chanting arigato at Yusuke Kodama, thanking him very much, and he also appreciates the fans as well, bowing to them. Much like Jay Freddy, Sean Carr, some of the great young talent on this 2CW roster, they have got very, very bright days ahead of them, as does Joe Gacy, who gave it his all this evening in a match right on the line. No championships, final night of 2CW, and those two were terrific. But in the end, it's Yusuke Kodama, the young man from the Wrestle One promotion in Japan, that wins the match over Chainsaw Joe Gacy.